Ciao, and it's James here, over the Part-Time Entrepreneur, and welcome back to part 2, where we're going to look at my top coins for February. Now, as always, I'm not a financial advisor, isn't financial advice. I just like crypto, and I love investing, and I just want to share what I'm doing and just sort of track my journey. So January's been an absolutely phenomenal month. We've seen prices hit all-time highs, and even on the drop, we've still been a lot higher than we were at Christmas, which is great to see because it means a lot of people have stayed in crypto. We know that people were betting on the price of Bitcoin going down on all the futures contracts, so we sort of knew that was coming, that the Bitcoin price would take a bit of a hammering, but I think that we'll see that come back. And again, reflecting on last year when I had 500 quid and I bought some Ethereum, did I think I was going to be sitting here now thinking about like how I could make $1 million this year, quite, you know, without really thinking about it too much? It's just mind-blowing, really. And some of the opportunities that come my way with the TV and the radio work with the BBC, it's just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Plenty more of that stuff coming, so keep your eyes peeled. And you know, I'm going to be the advocate for cryptocurrency, you know, within that arena, and that's something I'm driving towards at the moment. And you're just going to see some great things coming, and you know, I'll always do my absolute best to represent cryptocurrency in the real light, not pump and dump, not hype, but with, you know, real measured facts, research, and not opinion based, because opinion means nothing. It has to be fact based, you know, what's really going on. And that's the things, how I drive the channel and how I drive my calls and how I'm going to drive pretty much everything as I go forward. So the next one is Litecoin. Now, I've been reflecting a lot, you know, obviously Bitcoin is the poster boy of cryptocurrency, and I think Litecoin gets overshadowed quite a lot. And obviously we've seen Charlie Lee sell out pretty much his whole holding of Litecoin. Now, I think there's other reasons behind that, but for me, it's $193 at the moment, massively undervalued. My own personal portfolio, I called it at $250 end of the year. It sort of hit that. I made what I needed to make. But, you know, the big thing is this. If we think about what did Bitcoin start off and what was the purpose of Bitcoin? It's supposed to be fast, it's supposed to be cheap, it's slow, it's expensive. It's none of the things that it started off being. And you know, people, I don't know, it's like people have got obsessed that it has to be that. Now, over time, things evolve, and sometimes they become different things. You know, we used to be chimps and monkeys apparently, and now we're like these fully fledged humans on iPhones, chatting and shit. So you know, things change over time, and you know, let it go, Roger Ver. You know, things change, and you know, trying to split the you know, do all these different Bitcoin gold and all that bollocks, it's not really doing it for people, and all it does is create loads of confusion. And I see Litecoin is taking its place eventually, maybe not in the next 6 months, maybe not in the next year, but long term I can see Litecoin taking its place, and Bitcoin will become just a storage of value like super gold, and Litecoin will be, you know, that transacted value. Why? Because it's fast, it's cheap, and it does what it says on the tin. There's so many different things coming with Litecoin. I mean, I use Litecoin personally for all my transactions. I don't use Bitcoin. But why? Because the fees. It's just simple. In this gallery, they accepted 4 million in Litecoin. Why? Because it's fast and it's cheap to use. It's really simple. Charlie Lee's doing some great things. He's obviously, you know, there's going to be the privacy element added, and you know, he's trying to do a lot, maybe in some cases too much with Litecoin. I think keep it simple, and then people will really buy into it. There's obviously LitePay that's coming out on the 26th of Feb, so there's so many different things coming. A lot of action on Litecoin. I think it's massively undervalued where it is now. So the next one is Utrust. Utrust is currently 43 cents. It's been as high as over $1, and this was one of my big ICO picks, which was 6.5 cents. So this has absolutely come out monster trucking it. Now, there's lots of things happening with this at the moment. So 13th of Feb, there will be a crypto assets conference. Now, we always see a little bit of a spike. And the other two key points for this one is on the 9th of April, there is platform testing, which is good. But it's the 19th of April when the platform presentation comes out. Now, as always, the smart money always gets in early on these things. So we might not see the price action for a while yet. but we will start to see it creep up. And the same happened with Funfair. So I was calling Funfair when it was about 1 cent slash 2 cents, and I filled my boots on that. And then it got to about 6 or 7 cents, and everyone was starting to take some interest. And then it went to 18 cents. So those guys would have made 3 times their money. I'm making 18 times my money. This is the key to quality investing. Get in early before everyone else. And sometimes that might be buying something 2 months in advance of the big news. But think about it. I make 18-fold, you make 3-fold. How many of those investments do you need to do to be able to match my 18-fold? Well, you got to pick a lot, and that's the key. I very much got a strategy, lay and pray. What I like to do is buy in nice and early, get a good position, get a really large holding, and then when the price spikes, I can decide how much I sell off and how much profit I want to take on that particular coin, and do an 18-fold rather than a 2 or 3-fold. So the next one is Ethereum Classic. Now, they have the Callisto network project, and that's basically, they're looking at scaling using a sidechain is probably the easiest thing, and using sort of a separate blockchain in something called Callisto. So what you're going to get is they see Ethereum Classic as a store of value versus something like Ethereum, which is basically the platform. It can be a store of value, but it's mainly viewed as a platform to build on. And the other thing that they're doing is the cold staking protocol as well. So, you know, there's lots of cool things going on. Now, what I would suggest that you do is check out an article, and I'll leave the link below, which is this article here, which really goes through the details of what's happening. And one of the big things is obviously here you can see that there is a 1-to-1. If you own Ethereum Classic, you're going to get the CLO coin on a 1-to-1 ratio, which is pretty cool. So go through, read this document. This is probably a YouTube video on its own, but I just don't have time at the moment to be able to go through this in lots and lots of detail. But hopefully you'll be able to go through and have the time to be able to read this in your own time. So the key timings for this is the 5th of March this year, and you know, they have put a block timing on, but they said that the block time could move potentially depending on the difficulty of the mining. So this is probably one to watch on that day, because obviously when they take the photograph of the chain, that could be at varying different times. So, you know, you'll probably notice when the sell-off happens more than likely. But again, it's 1-for-1, so it's a pretty good deal. The next one is Koban Hood, and again, it was a star performer in January. I think it will be a star performer in February and into March. So what are the reasons to believe? We've seen an all-time price high of $1.46, currently down at 45 cents. Now, the big thing for me is if you look at the Binance coin, Qcoin, and all the others, and you look at where they've been and the potential, you take obviously their circulating supply and all the rest of it, and you apply it to Koban Hood, you get some pretty big numbers and some staggering numbers. So again, this one is one to keep a close eye on. And the other thing is that the platform is really moving forward very quickly. They've got a whole bunch of new coins that have been added. They're constantly taking feedback, updating the website, and making the exchange better and better. And we all seen with Binance when it first came out, it was okay, and it's just got better and better. And we'll see the same with Koban Hood. The thing is you're just not paying fees versus what you would with Binance. Now the other thing is, which is quite interesting, is they do the underwriting for ICOs. Now, if you were early into Koban Hood, you would have got in on the Cybermiles ICO, which was absolutely fantastic. One of the best ones I've been in so far. And also the fact that I bought into it and I got an airdrop of tokens was absolutely fantastic. So I love that concept. I love what they're doing. And there's a whole bunch of new ICOs coming out. And if they're anything like Cybermiles, the price on this is going to absolutely rocket. So there's plenty of factors coming in here. Now, the one thing that I see a lot is that people don't really understand what the Koban Hood token is for. They say, well, the platform's free, so why do you need the COB token? Well, It's used for margin trading, so you know the big players can get half their fees basically slashed by having the COB token. And also you can use this for buying into the ICOs, and also if you hold the COB tokens you also get the airdrops as well. So there's lots and lots of benefits of having the COB token, and I think when people really understand what it is and understand the value, then we're really going to see this soar. I think it just needs time. Like I've said, you know, look at all the other platforms. In 6 months' time, I've got my own price prediction on where I think this is, and at this moment I think it's an absolute bargain. So my number one pick is ZClassic, and there's a couple of reasons behind this. The first one is I believe that ZClassic is still massively undervalued. If we look at Zcash, you know, there's a massive difference here. So I think in terms of what the coin is and what it does, I think it's hugely undervalued. Then we take the second factor. The second factor is that you're going to get Bitcoin private. So obviously they're trying to sort the wallets out and all the rest of it. Once that's in place, and the dates will be very soon, I believe, that you're going to get the Bitcoin private for free. Now, a lot of you will be saying, yeah, but you said you didn't give a monkeys about the Bitcoin this and the Bitcoin that. I don't. So I'm just going to sell it and just take the pure profit from it. So not only that, if you've got the price of ZClassic, which will spike when you know the wallet is announced and all the rest of it, you'll also have the Bitcoin private that you can sell. So you're basically getting double bubble here, which is pretty decent. And the third factor is that I called it at $1.36. So all I can say is that the people I was working with are very, very happy with this call, and they're sitting on, you know, from £60, some of them invested, you know, just small investments, you know, sitting on 12,000, which is absolutely nuts. So this is why I love cryptocurrency, because you know you can take a small amount of money and turn it into a large amount. So that's my number one pick, and I just suppose, you know, after they take the snapshot, we may see ZClassic take a bit of a dive. So, you know, as always, be careful out there, be mindful, take note of the dates and the snapshots, and don't get caught and be left upside down on this one. But this is my number one pick for February. Most of you guys know I'm a co-founder over at Crypto Rookies, and literally is a platform where people can go learn about cryptocurrency in a fun and friendly environment, and also where I put all of my top ICO picks. Now there's some exciting things going on over there at the moment. So there's going to be some new courses. There's going to be my 2018 strategy, which will not be on YouTube, it will only be on Crypto Rookies. There's going to be a 5,000 crypto giveaway, so all you need to do is head over to Crypto Rookies, get signed up, and invest a minimum of $200 into the ICO of the month. Now it's an absolute banger. I can't wait for you to see what it is. And the prize breakdown will be $3,000 as top prize, $1,500 second prize, and $500 as the third prize. Now if any of you were got in on the INS one, it was $100 giveaway. By the time I actually gave it away, it was over $750 of value that I gave away. So what the value of this will be, who knows, but it's very exciting. Also, when we hit the 10,000 membership mark, we're going to give away 2 trips to Las Vegas. And here's a little snippet of some of the stuff we'll be doing. I'm also going to be organising a meetup over in the UK, probably going to be Birmingham, West Midlands. Got a few friends who own some clubs, so I'm going to see what strings I can pull there, have a meet and greet celebration, going to have a real good time. So I'll keep you posted with details really soon. As always, if you like the videos and you're getting great value out of them, please like, share and comment. And if you'd like to join the Facebook group, it's PTE Cryptocurrency Community, and we'd love to have you in the group. Okay, take care guys.